Hello there, my dearest 50% gang. This is an old episode of the podcast. There was a period of time when we didn't release the episodes on YouTube, starting from this episode through to Dinosaurs in the Spaceship. Those episodes aren't available on YouTube. They're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all those kind of things. They're not available for free on YouTube. So in our attempt to sort of roll out and get all of our catalog available on YouTube, we're doing that. This is the first one. This is the first missing episode of the 50% Doctor Who podcast, if you will. Originally this was released on the 28th of September 2020, so keep that in mind. We're talking about the Idiot's Lantern. We were doing quizzes and things like that, an ongoing quiz at the time. You'll hear it, you'll see it, and hey, if this is the first time that you're listening to this episode and you've never gone back and listened to any old episodes, then maybe, you'll see how we've grown, over these next few seasons. You'll see how me and Conor kind of get into our groove, get our audio quality better. It's a lot of fun to be had. And probably about every week you're going to get an old episode of the podcast brought to you on YouTube for the first time. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the episode. New episodes will continue to come out on Monday, just to clarify. They will always be coming out, because we won't stop. We're never going to die. We're just going to keep going, because we are... I don't know why I'm still talking. Enjoy the pod.
Why are you laughing?
I'm ready. I'm just so ready for today.
All right.
My questions this week for you are quite challenging.
Yeah, mine too, boy.
All right, I'm keen. I'm ready for them. Look, Conor, I thought today we could start things off a little differently. I enjoyed last week talking through all the trivia and stuff, like at the end of the episode, but it just felt like a weird random point to be doing it, I felt.
Okay.
So, I thought maybe we can start things off with a little bit of trivia about the episode that we'll be getting into.
All right, sure.
All right. So what I spend my hard-earned time doing is I was looking up a bit of stuff about the Idiot's Lantern, okay? And there was two things that stood out to me the most, all right? You ready?
All right. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, the first one. Have you ever questioned the fucking name of this episode?
Yeah. Not so much now, but I have in the past.
Yeah, like
True.
What the fuck does that mean? Well, I have the answer right here for you.
Okay.
So,
go on.
The title of the title of the episode was suggested by writer Gareth Roberts, who recalled the term being used by his father to refer to the television.
I see.
Yeah, okay. So I guess he just had a bit of input in there. By the way, I don't know if I said to the listeners, we're doing what's it called? The Idiot's Lantern today is what we were talking about. But I assume they would gather that from the title of the episode they just clicked on and other things. So
a lantern as in like, because it makes light and it's a TV.
Yeah, I guess it was just like an old-fashioned way of talking about the telly.
Bizarre. To be honest with you, I haven't thought about why it's called that for a while, but that's pretty sick to know. Back in the day I used to think, why is it called that? It's not even a lantern. I always thought it referred to the TV antennas somehow, but obviously not.
I don't know. I think I was always like, I wonder what that's about. And then
the Idiot's Lantern. That's pretty good. Yeah. I like that. It's a good thing to call the TV.
And then my other thing for you is, so as I was watching it, I was like, they like cameoed Magpie's Electrical recently.
Yeah, they do. They've done it a few times. It's like, it's Pete's amplifier. It's also in The Lie of the Land, I think.
Yeah. So The Lie of the Land is the one that I recognized. And so I did a bit of research into it all, and you're right, the amplifier, which I'd never picked up on before, but there's literally so many fucking times.
Really?
It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know how we never noticed this. Apparently the 11th Doctor's first TARDIS monitor and keyboard are branded with it. Riversong's scanner is branded with it.
What?
Martha Jones and Wilfred Mott's TVs. Sarah Jane Smith's computer.
No.
And there's this big shot in what's it called? The Beast Below. Where there's like
I know it is in Beast Below. That's right. Yeah.
So weird. So
There's a
weird.
shop with Magpie on it, yeah.
Yeah, I guess Magpie's electrical started in the 20s in like the 40s as like a small little business, and
That's
then
what I mean. It's just a small chain. It's not. Is it?
I
Maybe
guess
it is a
just,
chain though.
It boomed. It boomed.
Yeah, all the way across the universe. Apparently,
All the way up onto Starship UK. You know.
literally, it's in Starship UK. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I only noticed it. Now you say Beast Below. I have seen it before. I noticed the amplifier, and then it was of course in Light of the Land. Good old Mr. Magpie. What a great episode.
Classic.
It is a classic.
Now,
it is a classic.
So every week, Connor and I have been, I always recap this every week. I don't know, just for the new listeners. Every week, Connor and I have been challenging ourselves to find out who is the best Whovian, right?
That's right.
All culminating in the season 2 finale of this. It will, and we're sort of keeping track of who's doing things.
Unless someone's winning like way too like far ahead. At the
Yeah.
moment, it's pretty neck and neck.
It is, yeah.
Unless someone's winning every week, it'll be pretty like obvious who's gonna win. But yeah.
So we do every week. I ask Connor 3 questions. He asks me 3 questions, and then the winner,
right.
who gets the most questions right, gets 1 point. So currently, I think this is our 6th week doing it. 6 out of 10. And I am on 3, and Connor is on 2. So who will get the 6th point is the big one.
So yeah, it will either be a draw or Aidan's 2 points ahead.
Connor,
I'm
these questions
interested
are
to
tricky.
see how it goes.
I'm ooey. And Connor, you'd be happy to know I have notes, quite extensive notes this week on the episode.
I do not,
That's fine.
but that's okay. I can write notes like I always do during the time we film these episodes.
Amazing. I feel back in business this week. I think we're in for a belter of an episode.
You're very onto it this week, Aidan. I'm very impressed.
I am.
And you keep teasing these damn questions that apparently are God's gifts. So
Let's get into it, right? So I'll do a question
Okay.
and you do a question and vice versa, right?
Okay, I'm going to go off video call now, Aidan. I'm going to get my notes up.
No worries.
I'm all ears.
Cool.
Fire
All right.
away when ready.
So, every week we have a new category for what our questions will be from. And this one I let Connor pick this week, which was like broadcasting or something. I can't think of the exact wording.
So like Doctor Who broadcasting facts. Was a pretty good one to do.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. A pretty weird category, but there was some cool stuff in there.
Well, it's fitting because of the broadcast of the... Well, in the episode, it's like a broadcast. Like they're broadcasting the whole Queen's... What's it called?
I didn't even think of that.
What's it called? The Queen's inauguration, isn't that?
Why can't I think of it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think it's inauguration. I might be wrong.
No.
I'm sorry,
That you're thinking of the American version.
That's right. It's the
What is it called? Why can't I think of it? What is wrong?
I swear
The
that is what it's
coronation.
called.
Coronation. Good lord.
coronation. Yeah.
Oh, I nearly had an
yeah.
aneurysm.
Yeah.
Alright. Connor, question number 1.
Yeah.
In which 2
Okay.
episodes of Doctor Who did Graham Norton accidentally appear in some way?
Easy. That's Time of Angels and Flesh and Stone.
That's you got one of them, Time of Angels. There's another one.
Oh, I get half of that. Shit.
You've at least got half a point.
There's another one?
Yeah. 3.
Okay,
2.
I'm going to say, I think this
1.
is it. I don't know. I'm going to say Cold Blood.
No. So
What one was it then?
you're right with Time of Angels. In Time of Angels, a little banner came across the bottom of the screen at the most.
And apparently it
crucial
ruined it
moment
for
in the
heaps of
episode.
people.
Yeah, I was watching a clip where Graham Norton was talking about it on his show, and he said 5,000 people complained.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That was a great question, though. You got me in the second one. What was the second one?
So the second one was Rose.
Really?
When Rose first encounters the Autons, some
No.
voice clip from Graham Norton accidentally plays. No, I think it was from like a different TV show Graham Norton was hosting at the time.
Oh my god.
And it plays in like that scene at the start of the episode.
Shit.
And apparently, in the novelization of Rose that Russell did like a year or so ago, he makes reference to it by saying like Rose hears Graham Norton's voice on the radio or something like that. Something
Brilliant.
really weird.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Great
So
question.
You've got half a point. Hit me with one of yours, Connor.
Thank you. Okay, so Here's a good one. What exact time did Unearthly Child air?
Fuck me.
This is an easy one.
Is it?
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
an Easter egg in the 50th.
Oh, fuck me. I'm sorry. I must be a fake fan.
Oh.
I'd just say 7 p.m. on a Saturday night.
Nah, it's 5:15 p.m. It's on the clock, you know, when Clara drives past on her bike. It has the 5:15 on the clock.
Oh. All right. I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Sorry, maybe I'm going a bit hard on you.
All right. My question.
All right, go on.
What TV station did the K9 TV series air on in the UK?
That's a great one. I know it wasn't CBeebies, like Sarah Jane aired on. I think I'm gonna go on a hunch here, and I think it was ITV.
No.
Shit, was it the Sci-Fi Channel?
No, it was Disney XD.
That's it.
Weird.
Fuck.
I have a bonus one for you that I'll give you half a mark if you get.
Okay, go on.
What station did it air on in Australia?
Channel 10, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll give you half. So now you're on one point. See, I'm out here giving you bonus questions as well.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hit me.
Alright.
Hit me,
Next
baby.
one. What other episode was? By the way, I can't say this word very well. It's simulcasted.
Simulcast, yeah.
Yeah. What other episode was simulcasted just like Day of the Doctor? What other episode was like that?
What the fuck? Day was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So...
It's another episode that had the exact same thing as the 50th, like aired at the exact same time. It happened in America. It didn't happen in Australia. It happened in America. It might have happened here. I don't know. But specifically the one that I read said it happened in America.
That's so weird. I kind of have three options here. I think it was either Time, because it was coming right off the back of the 50th.
Okay.
Or it was Deep Breath, because that was starting Pete's era and was around that sort of hype. Or it was Woman Who Fell to Earth.
Okay. What do you think it is?
Ooh. I really want to say Deep Breath, but I'm going to say The Woman Who Fell to Earth.
Well done.
Yeah? Yeah.
Well done. Look at you.
Wow.
That is correct. And it was really cool what I read. Because it aired at 6 p.m. in England, it was something ridiculous like 1:30 p.m. in America, which is pretty cool. Which is quite a bizarre time to watch. But yeah, well done. You got that right. I will give you that. That was very well done.
So 1-1.
1-1. All right, let's go.
All right, Connor. I've got one for you. Depending on... you might know this one. All right?
Okay.
Which episode of Doctor Who had the BBC One ident play before the episode accompanied by an in-character voiceover by the Doctor?
Can you say that again, please?
So, do you know what the idents are? Like the BBC One idents that come on before like an episode or something on BBC One?
Yeah. It's like 10-second clips and stuff.
Yeah. And it has like a circle around the BBC One, usually.
Yeah.
So, which episode of Doctor Who had the BBC One ident play before the episode accompanied by an in-character voiceover by the Doctor, or the current Doctor at the time?
I don't know if this is right, but the only one I can think of is the one with End of Time when the Doctor was riding all the reindeer on the TARDIS, and that was like the BBC One thing. That's the only time I think they've done it.
Can you maybe pinpoint a part?
As in, like, what he does?
Well, there's 2 End of Time episodes.
Okay, so... Wait, so... You need me to... Oh, so you want me to say what part it is? Part 1 or part 2?
Yeah.
Well, it'll be part 1, because part 2 came out after Christmas.
It was part 2 that had
Fuck off! I get half the point for that, surely.
That wasn't the question. So...
Oh.
Because David had... Yeah, he did the Christmas ident where he was like... with the reindeers and shit like that. There is quite a few Doctor Who idents they've done here and there. But yeah, so he did one at Christmas, and on the part one they had the voiceover of just like a normal BBC One presenter, and then for part 2 they had the same ident play, but David did it in his Doctor voice.
Sure, that's worth half a point.
Oh, Conor. All right, I'll give you half.
I got the episode. I just didn't say part. I didn't say part 2.
All right, I'll give you half. They are 2 separate episodes, Conor, but I'll give you half.
Aidan,
Look. Don't.
A few weeks ago, I gave you a half of something that was questionable as well.
Give me a fucking question, all right? Don't make me regret this.
Okay. This is a really cool one. All right, what Australian state first broadcasted a Doctor Who episode?
Ooh. I have just this weird feeling that it was Adelaide. No, Adelaide
Aidan.
is a town, so South Australia.
You'd be wrong.
Where was it? New South Wales?
You're never going to believe this.
Where? Northern Territory.
It was fucking Perth.
Really?
It was the ABC.
Fuck me.
I'm serious. I looked up. I was like, that'd be a great question to ask. And no word of a lie came up with Perth.
Damn, son.
You know, I either thought you'd get that because it's a bit on the nose, but...
No.
Yeah,
Conor,
first
you have
one was
even
Perth.
the playing field, my friend. It is now 3-all. Woohoo!
Okay, so part of the reason I kind of did want you to give me the point, the 0.5, was so it could make it a bit more interesting for the audience now when neck and neck.
Yeah.
Like, because if you win next week, it's like I'm going to get catching up again. So we keep it neck and neck.
Yeah. We gotta alter the votes. You know.
Yeah.
What is this? American politics. Welcome back to the 50% show, everybody. Conor, shall we go into the theme song, my friend?
Oh yeah, let's do it, Aidan. Hit it. 50% podcast.
Wow, I want to change that theme song. Fuck me, it is tragic. Every time I edit it in, I'm just like, oh, fuck me.
I love it, Aidan. How dare you not like it?
I'm sorry.
I think it's blissful. Blissful.
It's an event.
Back. Alright.
It's an event. So like we said, today we're talking about The Idiot's Lantern. Are you excited for that?
Yeah.
Hesitant?
I think I watched it. Alright, so we were going to go back to Thursdays, and then Aidan asked me if we could film again on Monday. So I watched this episode, I think, last night. Yeah, last night. Yeah. Which is weird because it feels like a year ago, but yeah, I watched it last night, so I did fit it in. I was very excited to watch it. Not really, but
yeah. Look, I went in with very little expectations, and
I think that helped.
I think I was pleasantly surprised. Anyways, The Idiot's Lantern is the 7th episode of the 2nd series of the British science fiction television series Doctor Who, which was first broadcast on the 27th of May 2006 on BBC One. It was written by Mark Gatiss and directed by Euros Lyn, who is one of the favourites of the Russell era. The episode is set in London in 1953 at the time of the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. In the episode, the incorporeal alien The Wire, Maureen Lipman, intends to regain a physical body by consuming enough energy from the minds of the coronation's television audience. What a bizarre plot. Conor, I wish we could just record you dancing and just somehow blast it into the eyes of everyone listening right now.
One day we will record this, Aidan.
One day it will become a visual medium.
I'm like, you're going to regret that day because I'll have to be fair, I probably won't do it if it's going to... The only reason I do it is because I try and put you off and make you laugh, and it never works. I think I said that last week.
I'm good. I'm too good.
I know. Aidan's like a stern face. I can't make him laugh anymore. It happens.
It's not funny. Conor, what do you think of The Idiot's Lantern?
Didn't hate it. Didn't love it. It is what it is. It's just kind of there.
And that's the end of the episode. Thanks so much for listening,
Goodbye,
guys.
everyone. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Thanks for having me, Aidan. It's alright. Again, I think I would like you. I went in expecting very little, and just ended up enjoying it more than I thought I would, more than I have in the past. I've always liked the idea of the episode. Like, I always like episodes that are kind of like set in that kind of time and era. Like, that's why I like Empty Child so much. It's kind of like set in the olden days. You can't really be lazy with episodes like that. You've got to make cool sets. You've got to make sure like all the cars and all the props are like accurate and stuff. And I always like seeing stuff like that. That's always fun.
I do think this was a cheaper episode though, because
I do agree. Yeah, I think the sets were obviously very setty.
Yeah,
that's a word. Very set-like.
Geddes just seems to get that, because that was, I think, my main criticism of The Unquiet Dead was that the sets just looked like sets to me.
I did notice the sets were a bit funky. I like how the Rose and Doctor are kind of like a bit different this episode. I like how the Doc's hair's different. He's not wearing a tie. Rose is all dressed up like the era and stuff. I believe when they land, they think it's New York. And I think that's a running theme in Mark Garris episodes, because when they land in Cold War, they think it's Las Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas, yeah.
And I think in Empress of Mars, they don't know they landed at NASA. I might be wrong with that, but I think that's a running gag in his episodes. It did scare the hippie-jibbies out of me as a child. I think that's why I didn't watch it much. The whole faceless thing really terrified me. And it looks pretty good these days. It's kind of just there. It's kind of just there. I never liked it much as a kid. I always just thought it was a bit slow and boring. I liked it more this time. I had a few more things to say, but I'll get into them later. You go ahead.
Sure. Like I said, I went in just super low expectations, and I came out like, that actually wasn't, I say it wasn't that bad, but like, I actually thought it was quite fun, and I thought it
fun.
built to a really tense final act, even though like, the plot's kind of a bit bizarre, but I think that's kind of what Geddes usually does in his episodes. They can be like a little bit of a bizarre plot, but he kind of works it for the most of the time in a really like fun way. I don't know. Yeah. So, okay. Do you know what a Dutch tilt is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Every fucking shot in this episode, I'm not fucking kidding. Euros Lynn was either like drunk off of the head, or he was like, he just had this vision that every shot had to be a Dutch tilt. And I think it worked, because it made things really unsettling in what would be normally just an ordinary, bland scene. Like, if you were just seeing people just chatting shit in a house, in like a 1950s house, that would just be like any other TV episode from like the 50s, or even in modern, in the 2000s. So I think the fact that Euroslim was like, let's just make it all Dutch tilts to make it all unsettling,
fair enough.
I think was a unique sense of direction, and for the most part,
it is quite unsettling in the episode. I'll give you that.
It's really good. And it allowed, like, the close-ups looked kind of bizarre because of the Dutch tilts in like a really kind of cool, intimidating way. You never really got too many like two shots with two actors in it. It would always be like a Dutch of like the Doctor, that'll be a close-up, yelling at a Dutch of like the dad, close-up, and it would just be this weird face-off, and it was really cool. I don't know. I was all about it, to be honest. Yeah, episode was so much better than I remember. I think the Rose and Doctor dynamic is, so far in season 2, at its best in this episode.
I totally agree.
I think they were really good, and I think David was really good as well. I think it's probably his best so far. He just seems to keep getting better throughout the season, which is really, really cool. And definitely seeing how far the Doctor would go for Rose, and how like crazy that drove him, was really great. And it was great seeing him on his own, I think, as well.
That's true. I agree.
These are the facts. I think maybe the plot wasn't necessarily the most interesting and that fleshed out. But like I said, I don't think it needed to be. There was way more in the episode than that. Yeah, we said it was a cheap episode, really tense final act. I love the time period. I kind of love that Gatiss almost always does his historicals. And like they're always set like in Victorian times or in like the 1900s, 1800s. and I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that. Connor, I've noticed you've got your notepad out. Does that mean you've got some notes now?
I do, Aidan. I do.
Go on.
First of all, another reason why I struggled to watch this episode as a child is because Tommy's dad terrified me. It was a very realistic portrayal of a narcissistic, controlling father.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'm surprised they got away with a few things. Like, it was obviously like a very disturbing household with the father being as controlling as he was. The fact that he was keeping the grandma upstairs and just not letting anyone see her, and she's tapping on the top of the floor, which is just terrifying and just unsettling. He also rats out the whole neighborhood and rats out his own bloody wife's mother, which I think is really... It's just interesting. It's a darker tone than what you're used to with Doctor Who episodes these days. I do really like how it ends, though, with... Sorry, go on.
I was going to say the scene in the cage when all the faceless people turn
Yeah,
on.
that's creepy.
That got me now. I was like, ooh, I'm a bit unsettled. Also because there was 900 Dutch tilts, and they're not subtle Dutch tilts. They're like, the camera's like on its side. And it was good. In line with that as well, I thought the scene that followed after when the Doctor's like rescued by the Men in Black people was really cool, and they're having that like argument.
I agree. And I think that's a really good scene that kind of just shows the Doctor out of like a normal situation that he's been in this season. Like, and even in the whole of Doctor Who that we've seen so far, I think again, that scene was really cool. Him getting interrogated and stuff, and just the wittiness of Tennant's Doctor, the fact that he read his collar and stuff, I think was funny. And that, of course, that scene before, which again, I think the reason why I didn't watch it much as a young lad was because those scenes really terrified me. By the way, I did notice, I didn't know if you did, but the detective inspector, when he brings Rose in and stuff, he like fades out of audio in the background, but he mentions he says torture will be on our backs for this in the morning.
Did he?
It's interesting. It is yeah. So there's it's so hard to notice. I just somehow heard it.
Have you ever heard that
the
before?
subtitle? I don't think so.
I've never picked up on that.
It's quite quiet, and like you're really engaged in like Tennant's acting because he's so good in that scene. And it briefly, like, you just hear him, and he's like facing this way, so you can barely hear him. It's like he's like, yeah, torture will be on our backs in the morning because of this. What else? Oh, yeah. So also, just the way that they take the faces again, it's just something unsettling about it. It always didn't sit well with me, and I just struggled to watch it as a child. It is quite an unsettling episode if you're a young lad.
Yeah.
I do love the score as well.
Yeah,
I think it's
good.
educational, which is nice. I don't know if we're ready for Go for the Week yet. I can wait.
Maybe we'll hold off. We'll hold off for a bit.
Okay.
I was going to say the face pulling thing was very similar to Prisoner of Azkaban, which came out in 2004. And then this was obviously 2006. So I feel like maybe they drew some inspiration off of that with it. I don't know. It could just be a coincidence because it's not exactly the same, but it's a similar sort of like face pulling technique. Anyways, what other notes have I got here?
Coincidence, I think not.
Once upon a time. What? Once again is what I meant to say. I think my head just sometimes has these weird spasms where it like tries to finish the end of my sentence before I've actually formed it. It's so weird. Rose being
disorder.
A really fucking silly dog again.
Right.
Mainly, she's not as bad. The last few episodes, she's not been like full on bitch like she was in some of the early episodes, but or rather bitchy. It was just one scene where she was kind of bitchy in this one. Like when the Doctor like has it out with the dad, and it's kind of like fair enough, and then she just kind of chimes in for fun. And I don't know whether it's just like I really hate bitchiness. So when she did that, I'm really picking up on these like subtle bitchy things that she keeps doing.
Also, she goes on her own to see Magpie, and it's like, why isn't she just waiting for the Doctor to come?
Yeah,
and that's what ends up with her getting her face taken. So it's like
it's her own fault.
Yeah, it's like she didn't even wait for the Doc, and like that just put her in danger, which led to her possibly her death if the Doctor didn't save the day like he always does.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So the kid I thought was good. I thought that the young boy, what was it?
Tommy.
What's his face?
Tommy.
Tommy? Is he called Tommy?
Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy Connolly. Rory Jennings. He was really good in this episode, I thought. Series 2 has had some really good guest cast. Oh my god, he's 37 now. Jesus.
That takes me back.
Wow. I thought... I reckon he should have been utilised more in the ending. Whether he like...
I think it's really sweet whether he does go off with his dad in the end. I think that's sweet.
That was really good. And I think that was a nice message. That wasn't the message that you expected out of the episode.
That's true.
But I also... I mean like in the final conflict. Because he just kind of like has to go man the fort, doesn't he? And he doesn't actually...
It's like, don't let anyone come in. Don't stop them.
Yeah. And just
To be fair, he does save the day. He changes like the light bulb or whatever.
Yeah.
Fixed it, Aidan.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Oh, man. Yeah, cool. Okay, my last note here is a fat meme.
Okay.
It made me laugh so much when they're having the chase scene at the start.
Yes.
The doc's on like the Vespa or whatever it is, whatever the bike
Vespa,
is.
yeah.
And then he's chasing the men in black, and the men in black are like going to like a phone or an earpiece or something, and they're like, activate Operation Market Stall, and then they just happen to be right in front of the market stall at this point, and it just was way too like convenient, you know, like because you'd think that sort of thing you'd have to call like a few minutes in advance and be like, we're coming around the corner, get ready for Operation Market Stall, but no, they were like there just ready, waiting, just at any point someone could come and do this. It was so weird.
Is that your goof for the weekend?
I wouldn't count that as a goof. I think that was just like a plot convenience thing. Conor, I'll be honest, I don't have a goof of this week. For the first time since we started this segment, I don't have it. This week, I am the goof for the week.
You are the goof for the week. Well, it's funny you should say that, Aidan, because I was literally watching the episode, had like maybe 10 minutes left, and then I thought to myself, I don't have a goof of the week. Maybe, again, like you, I'd be the one that doesn't have one. And then as I thought that, I saw one, and then a minute later, I saw another.
You got a double goof.
I got a double goofed.
Ooh, hit me with them double goofs, bad boy.
First one is that Tommy and the Doctor are in a rush to stop Magpie from taking the wire to the top of the tower. And they're making that thing in Magpie's shop. And the Doctor's like, okay, 1 second, I'm just going to go grab something. And he runs into the TARDIS. He grabs what he needs. And he runs back out. And then, for some reason, they're in a huge rush, by the way. They decide to run on foot to the tower. Why don't they take the TARDIS? Huh?
Facts.
Thank you. Number one. I swear on my life, I thought no goof of the week.
I don't know if that one's necessarily like a goof, other than just like script writing convenience of making it more intense. It's a plot hole.
It's a goof.
Yeah.
It's a plot hole.
Because if the Doc was just like, I'll just fly the TARDIS up to the top of the tower and I'll stop him, then it's like roll credits. Like that's the end, you know?
Yeah. And then my second one is the Doctor runs into the tower and there's a guard there and he shows his psychic paper. He says the bloody Duke or some shit.
Of Belgium.
He had to show ID to get through the guard. Well, then how did Magpie get past the guard?
I don't remember how that panned out. Because doesn't he run past him? Doesn't Magpie run past?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Interesting.
Or maybe he does.
I feel like he does. And then the guy's just like, hold on there, sir. What are you doing?
That's the worst guard in history.
Huh?
It's the worst guard in history.
Yeah, he's tragic.
He lets a random man run past, and then the Doctor shows him the psychic paper, and he's like, yeah, that must be the person who's supposed to be at the Queen's bloody shit.
Yeah, that was funny. He's a funny cat. I liked him.
Yeah, and then it's a bit of a stupid ending, but it's fun. I do like the whole climbing up the tower thing and the Doctor gets shot a few times. And he's like, ah!
So,
And then
the crop on the green screens looks so shit. I don't know if it's just on the Blu-ray, but is it like, are the edges really sharp?
Probably.
Yeah.
Next time I watch it in 2024, I will let you know, because I don't think I really noticed. I just remember the wire going, feed me.
Feed me.
Oh my god, it's fucking, it's dumb, but it's funny. Again, how can I not like this shit?
I'm hungry.
Hungry. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Oh, did you notice as well the shots in the car when Magpie jumps in and is driving the steering wheel? They're like such shit camera shots. Did you notice that? Like the quality of the shot goes down.
Yeah, I did actually,
massively.
It's
Obviously,
so weird.
back in the day, they couldn't really do like good like.
In this whole Russell era, just like
Cameras in
random
the car.
shots just look terrible. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know.
Like the one
I
in the
know.
Madame de Pompadour episode that I was saying, that really like extreme wide of the TARDIS, where it's just so pixelated. I know you were saying you think there was like a green screen involved in there, but I don't think so. I think it was just a shot of the TARDIS, and it looked horrendous. Like,
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the one in the car was obviously like, it was an issue they had back in those days where like they couldn't really fit big rigs in the car. So that's
big rig like me.
yeah, big rig cameras, big rig Aidan. They couldn't get them in the car obviously, so they had to like put in hell small cameras, and obviously the fucking picture was just subpar. But yeah, no, it's good. I do like the ending a lot. I do like how it shows like how even if your parents do treat you badly sometimes, they are still your family, and you do owe them that, and you do have to try and help them and stuff. And I've also been noticing a lot of and this is something that didn't happen a lot with Eccleston's Doctor. Maybe it's because I didn't get along that much as like characters, but Jackie gets mentioned all the time. Like, she gets mentioned twice.
She does, yeah.
In this episode, and she gets mentioned all the time in like episodes.
Fuck.
Like,
Sorry,
they always mention her.
just to jump back,
Yeah,
to last week, we never mentioned Jackie's little cameo at the end of the episode, because that was real sweet.
I do love that a lot.
That was really nice. I can't believe we didn't remember to talk about that.
Far away. That was far away.
Yeah.
That's a great scene.
Yeah.
I love it. That quick little cameo. Yeah, 'cause she hasn't been in it since that quick cameo in New Earth.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she's not in School Reunion, but she plays like parallel Jackie in the Cybermen.
Oh yeah, fuck, I'm a moron.
But
Of course.
but that's not like our Jackie, you know.
Moron. Yeah, true. Fuck's sake. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. Aidan makes me do this episodes a couple of days.
I'm sorry. Is it so
apart.
hard to watch an episode of TV and then sit down for 45 minutes and talk about it?
No.
I started work. I've had 2 hours sleep, Connor. I feel horrendous.
Me too.
I had a shoot last night, and then like I got home and I
How'd it
can't
go?
wind down from them ever.
Why?
And so it was like 2 a.m. and I was like, all right, I guess I'm going to sleep now. And I got up at 4 for workies.
Oh yeah, you sent me a Snapchat saying I'm gonna sleep in my car.
Did I?
Yeah. What do you mean, did you?
Was that this morning or like?
No, it was this morning.
Oh,
You're in your
I
work
think
clothes.
That was
so-
when I was on my break, and I was like,
Yeah, and you're like, I'm
falling
gonna sleep in my
yeah.
car.
Oh man,
Yeah, I've done that before.
amazing.
I've done that before. Nah, I'm only joking. I actually didn't mind watching episodes close to each other, because now I really want to watch the two-parter.
Yeah,
but it's
same.
like I can't watch it now because it's too early, and then it'll be ages till next Thursday. So problem is, though, I always say that, and then I always leave it to the last minute to watch it. So I'll probably end up watching it on like the fucking Wednesday or Tuesday next week, like I always do. So it's like I should probably just watch it when I want to.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, because you always say like when we do it on Thursdays, it gives you more time to watch it, but it's still the same 7 days. It's just like in a different order. Do you know what I mean? Like if we did it on, if it was like weekly on Mondays or something, for example, versus it being weekly on Thursdays, you still have a week to watch it.
Nah, but it's not though, because we did an episode on Thursday, so So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday.
It's different when we're doing it like this, but like we went through a period where we were recording for a few weeks straight, just on Mondays. And you were saying like you were looking forward to going back to Thursdays because it gives you more time to watch it. And I was like, hold on a minute.
Aidan just loves to critique me, folks.
I do. This fucking
sat there.
Anything else crazy
ivory
happening in
tower.
your life at the moment, Connor?
Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, tell me a good thing that's happening in your life right now.
I'm having to think. That's probably not a good thing. I'm looking forward to next month because it's my birthday and I get to spend a lot of good time with the people that I love.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at getting a fixed gear bike so I can go on some mental health breaks, as I'm going to call them, which is going to be, I'm going to try every day just to go on like a bike ride.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Because Connor's not very mentally stable.
Yeah.
To put it lightly. Yeah, I really struggle with like my mental health, as you would know. So what I'm trying to do is put things back on track and do stuff like go on bike rides and I probably shouldn't be saying this because I haven't really said it anywhere else, but fuck it. The vlog is coming back.
Oh my god.
Very excited.
Oh
Yeah,
my
is.
god. Alright, sorry Doctor Who
It
fans.
is.
For a moment this is gonna become a young creatives chat for a couple of minutes here. So if you're not a fan of that, then fuck off and come back in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Connor, let's okay. Can I have a question? I have a question. Question of the week.
Go on.
Are you at all inspired by Mr. Casey Neistat's return to vlogging?
That happens to just be just a coincidence. I've had for the last 3 months I've planned to come back on this specific day.
Okay, yeah.
I think I've spoken to Dan about it and my therapist. That's about it. I've said this is the day I want to come back. It gave me enough time to I feel like it's funny when I first stopped, it was the best thing for my mental health. Now not doing it is not good for my mental health because I really want to. I'm feeling very inspired to do it again, which is really nice, which I hadn't had for ages. So I knew the only way I could get back into it was to set a date that I knew is like quite far away, which I could get mentally prepared for, come up with a bunch of video ideas. And there's also a few times I've been filming ahead a bit, to be honest with you, because it's like if stuff's going to come before that, which I can't obviously do in the future, I'll film it now and then use it for later. So I've been doing that quite a bit. So yeah, but obviously it's great to see Casey back, but no, that just happened to be a bit of a coincidence. Now it probably does look like that's why I'm coming back. But no, I've had this date for at least 2 months.
You didn't say what this date was, but I remember you saying you had a date in mind when you wanted to come back.
That's correct, yeah. So I'm going to film it in advance, probably like a week in advance. Just set it up for a scheduled upload. And then I'll be back. I'm very excited. I've got a lot of stuff I want to do and talk about. And I'm just looking forward to going on like these like bike rides by myself and just getting myself back on track. I felt ever since year 11, I felt completely and utterly lost and like completely zoinked and not knowing what makes me happy and what I'm even here for. So finding my passion in like podcasting with this show and the one I do with Dan and finding my passion in music. I said in therapy on Friday, I was like, the only piece that's missing is the vlogs with my creativity. And I think that would be the icing on the cake because it's what I've really been missing. When I come back, I'm very proud of what I've done before with all the stuff, but I'm definitely changing my style to something that I want to do. I feel like I was trying to please an audience when now I don't really want to. Obviously I care about the audience, but I don't want to think about that too much. I want to just do what I think's fun, act how I want on the camera, do the edits that I want, and just make the content that I want. End of the day, it's my YouTube channel, so if people like that, they do. If they don't, they don't. But it will be a bit different to what I do normally. Maybe it won't be, but I'm thinking it'll be a bit different. And I do just have all these things that I want to take. Like even today, like I think I've broken my toe. And I was like, how fun would it be just to like do a quick vlog and be like, all right, this is this. I think I've broken it. I'll tell you how I did it. I did it when I was sleepwalking because I sleepwalk all the time because I have night terrors. because I've got terrible anxiety. So I thought it'd be really cool to like talk about my sleepwalking and how long I've been doing it for and why I get it and stuff. And I was like, because I'm 90% sure I've broken my toe. It's not painful anymore, but I think the bone is definitely still broken, if that makes sense.
Wild.
Because it's like all fractured, something like that, because it's definitely not right. So I was like, okay, wouldn't that be fun if I just vlogged me talking about that, me going to the doctors and seeing what's up, and if I have to get an x-ray, I do, and just be like, that'd be fun. And that sounds like a cool video to do. And I was like, I kind of just miss doing stuff like that. It's kind of the content I wasn't doing back last year, because I was so obsessed with the idea of it being, it has to be a massive event, it has to be this, and it's like, why am I worrying about this? I got so worried about that I just stopped making content all in all. If I just make the content I want to make, I can just pump it out and be very happy with it. So yeah, I'm going to be back to doing once a week, which is really cool.
A big thing that I struggled with was always like thinking that the ideas for a video had to be like so big, and huge and stuff.
Yeah, totally agree.
I've watched all of Neistat's new videos since he's been back daily. They've helped me like try and wind down after shoots and stuff, because they come out at about like midnight or like 1 a.m. So I'm always awake when they come out. So I've been watching those, and they've been really great. And I was just blown away that he made this amazing 6-minute video where the plot was he was getting rid of the ants that had infested his house.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's literally just doing household chores, but he does it in such an interesting, engaging, storytelling way.
You just need that little nugget, I think. And I was like, that's just fun. And I'm hesitant to call them vlogs anymore. I will call them that. But it won't be like what I used to do. I do just want to make the stuff that I want to make and get back to that passion. So yeah, you know, I'm very excited. Again, this is all to do with me being a bit selfish and thinking, you know, how can I better myself for the future?
Selfish. That's you looking out for yourself.
I know, but I get like that, and I just had this horrible thing where I'm like, I'm not doing enough, but it's like, oh, fuck, I'm running 2 podcasts, I'm doing all of my music, I'm having a full-time job, I'm at work from like 7 till 3 or 4, like, I don't have time in the day to do stuff, so all of my stuff's always at night, and I'm grateful for the place I'm in, I don't want to complain, but no matter how good the stuff around me's been, I've always struggled mentally, so I think now it's time to actually look after myself, because, you know, I am getting older now. I'm 22 next month, so I'm like, I want to start to look after myself more and actually put in the yards and try and be better, because again, I think ever since like year 11, I've just felt like a lost cause, and I'm like, I need to start to look after myself more, and that's why for my birthday, my parents asked me what I wanted, so I was like, I'm going to start my 22nd, with like something positive. I was like, what can I get that's healthy for me? How can I make a good impact on my life? It's like, if I get a little bit scared by, I can go out on bike and do vlogging and stuff, and it'll let me listen to my music, and I'll be getting air, and I'll be healthy, and I'll be getting out of the house. So it's like, everything I'm going to try and do will be for a good reason, which is like why I'm doing stuff like this, you know? And it's like why I'm doing the show with Dan, and yeah, I'm immensely proud of a lot of stuff, but yeah, I obviously, I do want to be better. So, but yeah, the vlog is returning. I haven't even said that on my my podcast with Dan. So this is
you heard it here first, folks.
Right here.
Anyways, that was a long chat about. We covered mental health. We covered creativity and vlogging. This is the 50% show. I hope that interested people.
That's why it's called 50%, baby.
I hope people weren't just like, oh, fuck me, some dumb millennial creatives, and just exited the app.
They gotta love that 50% part, Aidan. They gotta love it.
They've gotta love it. Well, it was good character building things. Conor, I have a great birthday present in line for you.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man.
I think you'll love it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna set it up so you open it on air.
Oh, cool. That's so cute. Thank you, Aidan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's going to be good.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I'm excited. I love that. That's a great idea. That's really fun.
It's going to be a good episode. I wonder
so
what episode
much.
we'll be on when we get to your birthday.
It's in like 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah,
17th of October.
Yeah, I remember.
So that's on a Saturday.
So we probably would have. Fuck.
It depends what your film schedule's like though, because if we're doing episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I get Love and Monsters on my birthday? Surely, I love that episode.
I think Love and Monsters will be. Oh no, I think we're gonna be on Fear Her at your birthday.
No, no.
Oh man. Well, depending how we play it, we might end up doing Doomsday and stuff closer to your birthday than Fear Her. So
yeah, look, knowing our schedule will probably would be like that, but
yeah, we'll probably be on
happy
season
with
4
Fear Her.
because we'll have to film them all in advance or something.
Yeah, legit. I would have preferred Love and Monsters. But that's okay. It's where the cookie crumbles. That's
we could have just started a week later. Connor, I think we've done great going weekly for 17 weeks now.
That's okay. That's why I'm here. I understand.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, as a team, I think we've done 17 weeks straight of a show.
Yeah, that's great.
Which I think is.
I don't really
awesome.
want to stop either.
Neither.
I hope you don't want to either.
No, I like keep as we sort of slowly creep towards the end of season 2. Part of me is like, could we use a break? But now that because I think the last few weeks haven't been my favorite episodes. I think because I've had so much going on. It's sort of been a thing where I've just been rocking up to the episode and I don't think I've been like really prepared for it, and I think I've been really tired when I've been doing them and shit. But today I've been like buzzing for the app. So hopefully now that things are settling down again for me now, we finish season 2 and maybe we'll run straight into 3 or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy. Look at us.
I like it. I'm in no mood to slow down. I just hope that we don't finally grow an audience and then we hit season 13 that's currently airing at the time we finish.
Yeah.
But then I've said to Aidan, if we are going a bit too quick, I do suggest we review some like spin-offs and stuff, and I don't know if we'll do episode maybe we could do like 3 episodes, and I mean with Sarah Jane it'll be easy because Sarah Jane's always 2 parts.
Yeah, I'd really like to do Sarah Jane at some point.
I'd love to because I haven't watched since series 3 I think.
Yeah. I'd like to stick with Who for quite a bit and get through a few more seasons.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I just mean like, like if we're just going a bit too quick. But I think we're doing all right so far, and we got a lot to go through.
We have another 10 seasons worth, 10 and a half seasons.
Still not a lot. If you think about it.
Still not a lot.
If you think about it.
A Doctor Who, like there'd been some announcement or something, but I don't recall. I do not recall what it is now.
Is it that they said there will be no Doctor Who 2022?
That was something I thought about, but that's not confirmed yet. I don't think. I think that's just like word of mouth.
Yeah, but when are the radio times are wrong?
That's right. Oh no, I remember what I was going to say. Is
what?
David being voted again on the Doctor Who Doctor Who TV poll as the best Doctor again. But Jodie came a close second.
I'm sorry. Where's my boy Pete at?
Yeah, I know, Pete.
Are you serious? It's probably. I guess the Doctor who's ever like the current Doctor always gets more votes anyway. But
I guess but it does just like, I'm just curious. I think Jodie's really good. I know I'm not saying that
I like Jodie too, but
she should be ranked low or anything. But just in terms of what you see in like the community online and stuff like that, I'm surprised that she was so
same. High. I was as well because people, it's very 50-50 I think, and I didn't expect either, and like. Pete should be number 1. I'm sorry, but to be honest with you, I'm not surprised because, again, an average audience didn't love Peter as much as like the hardcore fans did, which is shit, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know.
Do you remember when that shitty article came out by the BBC and it said like,
"Oh yeah,
we're happy to introduce Jodie because Peter Capaldi was not universally loved or something."
Yeah, after Peter Capaldi was not universally loved, and everyone in Tyler's post and went, "How dare you?
How dare you?" I think just everyone online was like, "How fucking dare you?" And then the guy had to like release an apology and shit like that.
Look, I've met everyone who says they don't like Peter. I don't respect as a person. Let's just say that. I went to a family party once, and there was someone there, and she was like, "Oh, I don't like the old guy." It's when I stopped watching. I was like, "You disgust me."
It's like me and my mum. We don't talk about Peter's era just because she's not a Pete fan.
Yeah, that's the same with my mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's exactly the same as my parents. Why is that? Why is that?
I don't know. I'm part of me. The reason why I want to keep going through these seasons is because I'm holding off watching them, and I just love Pete, and I want to be watching some Pete and Matt. I want to get to them
I'm interested
fast.
to watch Matt and stuff. Like, I think once we get series 2 out the way, and we're kind of like mid series 3, I think I feel very jazzed about the rest of this show because it's like, we got the whole series 4. I do love the last half of series 3. And then of course we got all of like Matt's era. We've got to go through his specials and stuff. And yeah, we do have a lot to go through. My point is though, we will eventually run out, and I'm scared because it's like,
I wouldn't be scared.
What the fuck would people tune into?
We'll always find a way. Like even if we then just go, we do Torchwood or Sarah Jane weekly, like, and then there'll always
Class,
be.
don't forget Class.
We can do Class. There'll always be a new season every like year and a half or so.
Every
so
3
like 10
years
weeks
at this
there
point
that we'll have.
We've got to review the K9 show as well.
I thought about that. I was looking for it online actually, just to see if it was.
I'm sure we can find it.
Yeah, you can get it online. If we do Sarah Jane, I'll buy the big box set because I'd really like that actually.
Yeah, I need to get that. We'll watch Dreamland.
Oh, we
that
can do Dreamland.
shitty,
yeah,
that shitty ass. It's on that's on Stan. So
I think I've only watched half of Dreamland before.
Oh, it's so bad.
K9 is $35 on Amazon AU.
How many episodes are there?
I think there's like 20 or something.
Oh, we had to sit through 20 episodes.
Oh,
That'd
fuck
be
me.
so shit.
Yeah, sorry. That $35 one is for Series 1, Volume 2. Excuse me.
Wait, so where's Volume 1?
You can get it. I just need to find it.
Wait, they're $20 per volume.
That was $35 for Volume 2.
So you have to buy $70 worth of episodes of K9, which I will never watch again.
Honestly.
Nor do I want to watch. So is that canon, that K9 show?
I don't think it technically is because it's actually, I think they jumped through some copyright laws with it. And they were like smart about how they did it and shit.
What? His design in that show is just horrendous.
So shit.
So the Doctor never gets mentioned, Sarah Jane never gets mentioned.
Yeah, none of that stuff gets mentioned.
That's ridiculous.
Why the fuck can't I find it anymore?
Look, I hate to say this, and I don't agree with this at all, but that you can probably just pirate it.
Yeah. I think if we did K9, it would
with.
just be a one-off episode where we watch like the first 2 episodes or something like that.
I don't think I can put myself through that. Did you say there's like 20 episodes in the second volume? So how many are on the bloody first?
No. I think it's like 20 all up. Hold on.
Oh, God. See, that sounds like a nightmare. An absolute nightmare.
If the fans want us to do it, we'll fucking do it. But only if you really want us to.
God's sake. Whatever you do not say yes to that, because I do not want to put myself through that.
We're on the lookout for maybe some new segments, some new things in season 3, because this big quiz thing will only last us to the end of season 2. I do have a possibility of a season 3 thing, but it'll involve collaboration with another Doctor Who. What's the word? Person? Like
Who? YouTuber.
No, not a YouTuber. Remember, I was talking to you about.
Oh yeah,
Maybe,
yeah. Is that a secret or
Oh,
not?
fuck it. It's not a secret. If he's listening, then maybe he'll reach out. We'd
Yeah.
love to get Doctor Who Info Snap, a really great Twitter account which we've mentioned before.
That's right.
Involved with the show. It's quite a small Twitter account, so I think it'll be quite good for both of us. We're both quite small sort of things that are maybe up and coming. If Info Snap is listening, then seriously,
Hit us up on Anchor.
hit us up on Anchor, and we'd love to
Twitter.
have you on in like a weekly segment, not like on the show, but if you pre-record like a clip, a voice over of you asking us a question, a bit of trivia about the show, a bit of weird info, because that's like what it does on InfoSnap. So
They're great. I love seeing them every day.
yeah, they're really cool. So InfoSnap, if you're listening, maybe we'll just tweet him the timestamp.
Yeah,
of this.
yeah, that'd probably be great. At Hannum Connor and at Greenie_pro. See, I know your Twitter handle.
That's right. So K9 has 26 episodes.
Jesus Christ. Are they like 20 minutes each?
Uh,
I can't believe that exists.
25 minutes each. There's Regeneration, Liberation, The Corvin, The Bounty Hunter, Sirens of Cerise, Fear Itself, The Fall of the House of Griffin, Jaws of Earthrus, Dream Eaters, Curse of Anubis, Orberus, Alien Avatar, Aeolian, The Last Oak Tree, Black Hunger, The Cambridge Spy, Lost Library of Uko, Mutant Copper, The Custodians, Tafoni and the Time Loop, Robot Gladiators, Mind Snap, Angel of the North, The Last Precinct, Hound of the Corvin, and The Eclipse of the Corvin. The Corvin must be like the main enemy or something of the show. I don't know. There's some weird fucking names in there though.
Actually kind of sounds quite intriguing.
No, Conor, what are you doing? You fucking idiot.
Can't wait to not watch it. Dude, you know what he sends me?
What?
What they would have done in Class Season 2.
I know. I actually think it could be cool.
I agree. Did they not big finish it?
They've been big finishing it, but not a sequel. They've been doing like episodes that take place during season 1.
Oh. So do you reckon they'll do the Weeping Angel stuff? That was sick. That ending sent me. I was like, bro, that's so cool.
I think,
And they could have actually used like some cool like MA rated violence.
I think Class had some really cool elements. Particularly, I really like the tone of it.
I really reckon it could have benefited from a second season.
I think so. I think it was just like maybe some of that first season, just when things might not have been fully gelling yet. And then I reckon season 2 could have been one of those things where it really got into its stride.
First season itis.
Yeah.
Did it get cancelled because of ratings or?
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
sure
it's
it did well rating.
cancelled. I think it's just nothing has been done about doing a second season. Because English TV is a little weird like that. They don't.
I should tweet Patrick Ness to say.
Well, Patrick
mate.
Ness won't do a second season.
Really?
Oh, have you not seen the shit? He hates the BBC.
Didn't he? Yeah,
now.
didn't he get hell salty about it?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, he was
He's like
so mad.
chucking me on a streaming BBC free bullshit. Fair enough. You would be mad.
Yeah, I guess you would be. You'd put a lot into it.
Because BBC Three just became totally online. Back in my day, it used to be on terrestrial TV.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I thought it was alright. It was alright.
Oh, sorry. It was actually cancelled. It was in September 2017. Since his departure,
because of ratings, or?
he has gone on to write more young adult fiction. No. I thought that was going to say some of the juicy goss.
I did see him shitting a bit on it.
Yeah, I used to have him on Twitter,
Instagram.
I think. But it just got a little too shitty, I think.
I think what made me laugh is that they asked him to do an episode for like series 9, I think. And he was like, I could do a whole show. And they just gave him it. That's literally how it happened. He was like, I'd do a show.
Yeah.
I definitely think it was a bit camp but I definitely would have liked to have watched it.
I love the
Like a
I love
second
the
season.
theme. Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
Waking up in someone else's bed is what I was waiting for. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. On and on and on and on and on and on and on. We're gonna end up in the morning. So shit.
So good. So
Oh
good.
my god. Remember they did that? Remember they did the two episode premiere?
Yeah, it had Pete in it.
Oh god, yeah. They dragged Peter in it.
Man. All right.
It was,
so
I liked it because it was the first show since Torture that dealt with like blood and sex, things that teenagers love.
Yeah, boy. I'm all about that blood and sex, aren't you, teenage Connor?
I haven't been a teenager for a few years, and it's been many moons since I've been a teen, so I don't love blood and sex anymore. Clearly.
I think the last 30 minutes we've just had the most random of conversations.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Before we forget, we can't forget to give ratings.
Oh fuck me! Wow.
I know.
We're
I almost
going
forgot.
long today, just talking about random
know.
shit. All right, Connor. What would you rate The Idiot's Lantern?
I'm gonna give it a 5.5.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. All right.
It's alright. It's pretty forgettable. It didn't really grab me. Preferred last week's episode a lot more. Plus, I feel like I got to be harsher. I feel like I'm being too easy on them. I went into this season being like, oh, you got to be harsher. I was like, okay, and then I've not been that. So
it's so weird because I'm looking back at my ratings and there's some like harsh ones. Christmas Invasion 6.5, New Earth 6, and then Age of Steel 6.5. I'm so sorry, my phone is going off there, fans. But then there's like 3 in the middle there, like 2 from Claw School Reunion and Go in the Fireplace, that range from 7.5 to 9. And so like the season actually isn't looking as bad.
right.
Especially when season 1 I had like a 5 and a 6 in there. And I'm so apprehensive to tell you this score because I don't know. I'm so stumped with it.
Okay.
I'm thinking a 7.
Okay.
But that's
Fair enough.
quite high for this episode, and I never thought I would like it as much as I did.
That is quite high. That's all right.
But it's just stuck with me. Aesthetically, the plot has, the spookiness has, I think just the Dr. Rose chemistry we were talking about has really just struck a chord with me this time in particular. Yeah.
Maybe I'm... Nah, I'm going to stick with 5.5. I feel like I need to be harsh.
Don't change it because of what I've said.
I need to be harsh. No, but, you know, when you talk about it, I feel like I like it more than I'm making it out to be.
Okay.
But I'm sticking with my score. I've got to be harsher, I think.
Do it. Okay.
Do it, pussy.
Doctor Who fans, next week we're going to be talking about the Impossible Planet and the Satan's Pit. Follow us on Twitter at Greenie. No, that's my Twitter handle. But I mean, I guess you can follow that at Greenie_pro and Connor at Connor Hannum.
No. I got yours right. This guy.
Sorry.
Hannum Connor.
Hannum 720.
No.
Hannum Connor. I'm sorry.
Are you serious? That second was a joke. Surely.
And
This guy.
right. Or you can follow our Twitter account, which I am slightly active on. I've not been as active on.
Which Aidan doesn't post on. So if you want to follow a dead account,
You
go
can
ahead.
no, I'll get back to it. At 50 Doctor. I've just been busy, so I haven't been. Oh, my back's sore. What's gone wrong? Goodness me, I'm getting old. Connor, lead us out in song. I'll see you all
shit.
next week.
Jesus, Aidan. Alright.
Ow.
2 secs.
Oh, fuck me. What is going on?
I can't do the outro about my ruler.
Oh, don't worry. I'll
Aidan
just snap my back to the beat.
Jesus Christ, Aidan.
I don't know what's going on. All right, singers.
And
Let's
a
get hype.
And a
Ow,
two.
my ear.
And a 1, 2, 3.
It's Aidan
and Connor's podcast. They're doing Doctor Who reviews.
Doing Doctor
Doctor
Who
Who reviews. Cut it, Aidan.
Yeet.
Boom.